Hey, my name is Antonio Lamigidis, and today I'm going to try and give you the full uncut version and system behind how I and a lot of other intelligent guys on the internet and girls get clients day to day. So this is going to be a fully uncut video of how to make the idea, how to find the leads, how to reach out to those leads, and hopefully get a client or some people interested. So we can first go over to the planning phase of it, and we have to got to figure out what we're doing here. So essentially, what we want to do is we want to find niches, uh, offers, and then problems to solve, and then copywriting, and then sending off those specific things. So we're going to start off with let's see here with the niches. So in my case, we got to pick a niche that you're relatively familiar with. I'm most likely going to be something to do with the finance or stocks. And the way to do these things is to sell it first, to sell a specific product or service first, to see if there's an actual demand for the market before you actually go ahead and spend a bunch of time and build that product out. So the name of the game here is just to kind of figure out what the market wants, because the market will tell you, right? So there's no point in you going ahead and building spending 2-3 weeks, however long it takes you, and thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars in building a product and then realizing that no one wants to buy it. So the way to do it is to finally find an offer and an issue within a specific niche, and then target that niche aggressively until you find customers. And then from there, you can build a product upon it, and then you can have a consistent layer of customers. So in this case, some of the niches that I want to find are most likely to do with finance and stocks. So we're probably going to build something along the lines of what I know in my niche, which is something like a trading analysis bot. Or a finance LLM. Or screenshot analysis. So basically, these are 3 specific topics within my niche, which is finance, stocks, that could potentially become a product that individuals might want, right? So now we have to think here. The first step is finding the issue. The second step is then figuring out exactly what problems traders face, right? So in this case, with my issue, it's something. Let's think. Analysis paralysis is one very good one that I find a lot in my industry. So analysis paralysis is basically when traders, they get too kind of levied up on all of the indicators and things that you can't make a decision. So this product might help them alleviate some of that and actually make a decision and actually take action. Because a lot of the times, a lot of traders don't make enough money on the markets because of their lack of indecision, rather than just waiting. So they're waiting for the right moment to do something, or waiting for the right timing. So not taking action is definitely a strong one here that could potentially, I know, is an issue for my specific niche. So in this case, that will most likely be the case with one of these 3 products. The next thing that we're going to want to choose here is most likely the offer. So what problem are we going to solve, right? So what are we going to solve based off of this niche? So in this case, we have 3 solutions, the finance things, but we need to shape that solution in a way before building the product itself. So we need to figure out where we're going to get the leads first off. But first off, we're going to build the offer. So that normally starts with a time-bound guarantee. So we can start with like a time-bound guarantee. And normally what this means is just basically, I will deliver X in Y or Z will happen. A lot of YouTubers and a lot of other entrepreneurs use this. Nick Sarav is one of them who does this a lot. And it's a fantastic example of guaranteeing something, right? So I can say, I will deliver, writing an offer here. I can say something along the lines of, I will deliver, I don't know, a trading bot that can guarantee you 5 to 10% increase in your, not niche, but we could say in your trading decisions. Or your money back. Now, I'm not very good at making these types of things. So what I normally do here is I'll take an example like this, which is a horrible example. But what I will take is this, and I will use something like a LLM or a large language model like ChatGPT or Perplexity or whatever to kind of help me figure that out. So this can potentially be one of our offers here that we can figure out here. But we can look at another thing as well, which is lead scraping as well. So where are we going to get the actual leads from? So there are lots of places that we can use here. We've got the basic ones like Apollo. And then we've also got 6degree.io. These ones are very, very good for finding specific leads. In this case, I'm going to show you 6degree because it's just one of the best I've found. Apollo is incredibly expensive. So Apollo, you can get leads for like what, $1,500 a year. Well, 6degree is like what, $39 a year. So $39 a month, right? That's like what, $400 a year, roughly. So in terms of what you get for value for money, it's basically the same data and you get a better interface is most likely 6degree. So that's where we're going to get our leads. But you can basically choose any lead generation system you want, as long as it gives you a targeted list for your things. So in my opinion, 6degree has worked very well for me in the past, and that's what I use for my businesses. The last thing is copywriting. I know where my strengths lie, and I definitely know that copywriting is not one of my biggest strengths, which is why I'm going to show you my process on how I actually get around this and figure out how to write copy effectively. So we've got a couple of things here. So we've got our niches, we've got our offers, we've got our time-bound guarantee, which we'll make. We have to grab our leads, and we have our copywriting. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps that we have to kind of accomplish here and get off one at a time. So we'll start with the first one, which is our niches. So we found our niche. We've got to kind of decide what we want to build here. So in this case, I'm going to probably pick something along the lines of a finance stock bot that I'm pretty sure I can build easily, just to see if that's something that people want to do. So we'll pick that. So stock bot. We can price it later, but at the moment we're just using this as an example. Secondly, we'll find the leads, just that we find the leads to actually get done here. So what we'll do is we'll go to 6degree. Okay, so here we've got 6degree. I'm going to refresh here because I've just been messing about with it, but we want to find our niche. So our niche is going to be as we previously said, traders, right? So what is our niche? So it's people who trade. It's people in finance, and it's people who are actively investing. It will most likely be men, right? So in this specific niche that we're looking for. And they probably want to be between the ages of 25 to 50. That's the age range. So we're like targeting down our niche, right? And of course, we want to probably be in the United States because that's where a lot of traders are. Specifically, we can check where the most traders are, right? So if we want, let's see. So what I use is I use Perplexity here, and I just ask, where are the most traders in the United States? But I do know this for a fact. It is most likely either California or New York. It's probably going to be California and Europe, but it's most likely New York here. So I use Perplexity and systems like this to answer questions because I don't know everything. I'm not the smartest person in the world, and I'm not always know. I don't always know what's right and what I should do. So I use these LLMs to answer a lot of my questions, so it can guide me in the right direction on what to kind of do and how to actually get what I want out of this. Right. So in this case, it's probably going to be Miami or USA or something like that. I've asked it to do a lot of research here. So what I've done is I've put Perplexity system on a research system, so it goes through a lot of resources. So it saves me a lot of time just scrolling through Google. Of course, you can use ChatGPT or Claude or whatever LLM you want as well. That's just up to you. I just prefer using this as my way of researching. While that's searching, we'll go ahead and go to 6 degrees. So we'll see, let's see, what do we want here? We want to find men. So what I'm actually doing here is, I'm not sure if you can see, but down here, there's a text box and I can just type in what I want here. I'm going to type for men. So active investor and they're men. What else do we put? Actively investing men, age range between 20 and 50 in the United States in finance. So we're basically using natural language and we're typing in all these systems in a way to our 6 degree platform here so that it can find that information and display it for us on the map. And then from there, we can just download it and make it usable. And we can always save it as well. So what has this gotten back to me with? So in this case, yeah. So New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Dallas, Miami. In my experience, New York's not always the best kind of to go with because competition's so harsh and so fierce. So I like to go to other places in the United States that aren't as high up there. So we can go for like Dallas, Miami works as well. Let's find in Miami. So I think Miami's good. So we'll specify in Miami. And then active investor in Miami. We'll see if we can find us 100 leads here. So we're going to kind of want to target like 400 leads. Okay, so we'll see here. I'll refresh this again because it was probably timed out. So asking for men in Miami and net with over 250K, which was their accredited, which means that we'll have investments. I think the way that I would like to kind of do this is on, they have a template as well you can use when sourcing leads. So on my school, so we found it in Miami. Here we go. So we've got a bunch of people in Miami here to look at, which is super good. However, if we go to really quickly the 6 degree automation hub, we can see that if you go into the classroom section here, and you go to the resources page, we've got a 6-degree guidebook. You can just download this 6-degree guidebook right here. And basically what it does is it's kind of like a guide on how to actually search for leads, because this program, it's in and of itself, has like 300 million plus leads. So it's a lot of data and a lot of stuff to get through. So you want to narrow that down, right? Because not everyone's going to be in your specific niche, and you don't want to waste money sending an email to someone who's just going to throw it in the bin. So what this does here is you can basically just go through it and say, okay, based off of their priority category, field name, and description, you can see exactly what it is and how to like search for it. So in this case, we've got the person's name, full name, primary phone number, email address, secondary city, apartment, state, zip code, estimated income. So estimated income is one that we like to use as well. Then down here, we've got like demographics, like gender, exact age. So person, exact age altogether. That's how it's searched for in the actual column. And then we've got details like their location, what they like to do, and their interests as well, that are kind of come if they have cats, whatever. So like the list literally goes on and on for your specific demographic, and you can use any of this to find exactly who you're looking for. So I actually want to specify here, because I haven't specified, that I want them to have cell phones, yes. So $250K plus. So I'm saying cell phone yes, email yes, because I want to specify to the system that I want them to have emails and phone numbers. So only giving me emails and phone numbers only, right? For those things. Because if we take a look at these leads as well that we've just searched for, we can see that some of them, it'll give me an individual here, but it won't have their email or phone number sometimes, right? So, and this person, so the ones that we just searched for now that it's given me, let's see here. So it's given me 100 records here in Miami. And they all have the email and the phone number, and we can confirm that when we download it. So here they're all businesses. So in this case, Alan Lips, right? We've got his estimated income. They're all estimated incomes above 250K. We've got all their schools, all their emails here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click for 200 leads. Yeah, there we go. So I want a good database chunk. You can just keep clicking show more for as many as you want. I think the limit is like 500 or something like that per search. And then you can just do that over and over and over for your specific demographic. You want to either save this, just save it as, Miami men 250K plus. I'll search that, save that in my section here. There we go. So that's saved. Then we can download the CSV file. So we'll download the CSV file here, and we'll get something like this. Let me open a new one so I can just show you exactly what is here. Let's go to this. There we go, and open it up. So state Florida, nice. We got their zip code, we got their city, their address. Doesn't put their age here for some reason. Middle and first and last name, got their phone number and email. So this is the most important thing. If we got their first name, last name, address, phone number, and email. And we've got 200 of them. So it's exactly like we got here. So now our leads are sorted, right? So you can say that we've got our leads. Leads here is check mark, right? So we've got our leads now for a specific thing. There we go. Down 6 degree. Whoosh, that's X'd out. Now we've got 1, 2. So you've got what we're going to do. We've got our leads here as well. So those two are checked off. Now we got to kind of do something as well before we do this. So we have our problem here. Little issues that we need to solve, but not a lot of people do. And this is why they fail. It's because they'll have the idea, they'll have their leads, and then they'll have their system of outreach. In this case, we're going to use Instantly. Instantly AI. These we're using 6degree.io. And our idea is going to be the stock bot. There is something else you need to know, which is cleaning the leads. It's super important. So cleaning. So basically what this means is that we're making sure that our leads don't bounce. And in a lot of these database systems, they will give you the information and it's refreshed maybe every 6 months or something like that, or every quarter, which is not good enough for what we're kind of doing here. So we want to make sure that our emails stay fresh. So we need to use some sort of email cleaner. So in my case, I just use something like Never Bounce. So I can just grab this here. We can pop our CSV file into Never Bounce. So we just grab it, drag and drop it, and we can test it. And so we analyze it as well here. So we can see we're analyzing our list that we've just downloaded. So we have our list here and it has all of our emails and phone numbers. And then we're going into this and we're cleaning the list, which is so important. Okay, so that's not bad. There's an estimated bounce rate of 5%. So that's pretty good. So 95% of the emails are valid and will be sent if we put it in a record list. So that's great, but still 5% would have bounced, which means that could affect our domain score and our email score. So now that we know that, we will clean it. And once we clean it, we will be back and we'll head over to Instantly. So Instantly as well, it's now we get to the fun part. Right now we're outreaching to our clients. So we need to, once this is clean, this is good. We've got our cleaning done, and then we've got our system outreach as well, which is Instantly. We're going to go ahead and set up our campaigns. So I'm doing this in a side thing. So campaign. And then we need our copy, which I know I am shit at. So I'm going to use an LLM for this. And you probably should use an LLM of some kind. Yeah, so we're going to go over to our campaigns here. We're going to open up a new campaign here. So we've just got a campaign that we'll just create. So a new campaign. I'm going to say it's our trading bot. We'll set this up here. What we want to do here is add our leads. So we'll add our leads in here that we've just downloaded from 6 Degree right here. So we've just taken it up. Sorry, this one. We've just taken it up. These guys. So these guys that we can see on the map here, we are now uploading all of them to Instantly right here. And then we can easily put the column in. So here's the cool part that I like to do kind of to get some variables in my businesses. We have the first name. Yeah, it's automatically done. Middle name we don't care about. Last name, yep. Address, we can put the address if we want to, which is kind of cool. It's a bit creepy though if you email people their address. So in this case, we'll just leave it as don't import because I don't want to do that for my my clients or my potential clients here. Phone number we will import. So phone number is something important because I kind of want to say that we want to give them a call on their last sequence of the email. So we should go ahead and put myself as the leads here. We'll just upload those two. Okay, so it's uploading all these individuals to our system here. And now we can start making some sequences. So we've got our leads all nice and cleaned, ready to go. And then we can start making our sequences. Here is where I'm not very good at. So we need to think of ideas here. So this is where I use an LLM. So I've just got an LLM here on the side of my screen here. And what I'm going to do is basically just ask the LLM a bunch of questions on what I should write, right? How I should structure this. Because I need to know that, first off, right? I'm going to go to Perplexity. I'm going to say, write 4 sequences of emails about a product, which is a trading bot. We have to give it a name, right? So we'll probably call it something. Let's just call it Finance Edge. Keep it short and sweet. Genuine. Based on all cold email templates. You know that work. So what I'm asking the LLM here is I'm asking it to find email templates that they know are functional and actually work in terms of reply rates, and apply that to our idea. So in this case, it's the finance trading edge bot. And let's see what it comes up with. Well, while that's working away, let's see the sequences here. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, because we want 4 sequences, and got our leads here. And showing our things here, and we can set up our variables. So these variables should automatically be set up. So our variables are our email or phone number, first name, last name, and phone number, right? So we can add that to our sequences as well, which are kind of cool. So while that's doing that, we're going to set this up here and make sure that our emails are set and ready to go. Again, if we want email accounts, we'll most likely just have to go over and buy some pre-warmed accounts. I've done so already here. So I've just got some pre-warmed accounts. They have health scores as well. So you can just automatically set up your email by Google as well, whichever works for you. For me, I'm a bit lazy. I mean, you can set up the infrastructure and wait 4 or 5 days for it to warm up your email inboxes before you start sending mass emails. But in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and set it up this way because it's faster and more quicker for me. So I've set these up and I've made sure that their settings we can put in the descriptions and the settings here, like who they are, right? So Andrew Thompson, client partnerships, whatever it is, inside bot. In this case, we'll replace it with Finance Edge or whatever your company name is. So we can put in our campaigns here. Trading bot campaign. Leads are uploaded. Nice. Our sequences are ready to go. And let's see what type of sequences it takes here. So we'll just wait. And while that's happening, while we're waiting, we can see that, I mean, Solvent Global has just so many different features you can use here. And the fact that it makes it so visual is fantastic as well. Let's just delete that save search just so we can get a bit cleaner here. Just to kind of show you how much information you can put on the screen. I have my previous searches and you can load it all up here. It's quite cool. So I've got individuals who have a net worth income of 250, high net worth. I've got people who I know. I've got individuals that I want to search for. People who have houses in Montana and have a net worth and income of over 100, and more, right? So all these individuals have their demographics and what they are. If they speak English, likely completed college, their household property and all that. Anyways, this thing is taking bloody forever. My sequence of emails. So I'm asking it to write me a sequence of back-holding emails regarding this, right? So, which was, I will deliver X in Y or Z. just going to say 4 emails. Okay, so we've got a couple emails here, and this is the copy that I hate writing. I'm really bad at writing, but it hopefully, thank God, we live in a era where we have these LLMs that can do it for us, right? So we've got our first email, 12% month returns in 30 days or a full refund. So that'll be the subject line. Fine, that's great. We'll pop this in the section here. So we'll pop this in the subject. 12% months or blah, blah, blah. And then the actual link here. What you want to do actually is do Control-Shift-B, so it keeps the formatting. So, hey, first name, most traders blow up their accounts. Financial doesn't, will deliver 12% monthly returns in the account within 30 days. We get a full refund. We've automated the exact strategy hedge funds use for US 100 tradings, and without the 2 and 20 fees, worth a look. So this is a very good example of cold emails that do work very effectively. So we'll see what the next sequence is. So next sequence after that, we'll say best, and then we'll add a variable here, which is the account signature. Just make sure that it signs off with the person, right? So in this case, person has a hi, blah, blah, blah. If we're searching for a lead here, say, hi, James. Most accounts blow up, blah, 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 etc. And all like that. So now it's customized for that specific campaign. The second step, we'll send a day after. In this case, it will be the social proof. So in this case, 12% blah, blah, blah. I got the first name, etc. We don't want to put a free trial because we don't have a free trial just yet, but we can put our Calendly link. So we can book some calls already and see what we can do here. So what I actually like to do is I go to cal.com because it's the nicer looking of the two, or Calendly, whatever you prefer. And you can go into the app and you just create a demo, a demonstration here. So in this case, just create a demonstration. You can click the copy the event, and then you can just add that into the link here like that. So when people they can just book it directly. So what we'll do is when they click it, it looks like something like that. Right. So they've got their demonstration, and then they've got a calendar here, and they can click whichever time they want. So it's super simple, super clean, and allows your clients to book calls with you effectively, right? So that's step 2. After that, we'll also make sure that we go ahead and add the email signature. And then the last 2. I'll cut your trading losses by 50% here. So here we're getting a bit more aggressive, right, with our campaigns. Straight to the point. And go ahead and say, hey, first name, etc., etc. Yeah. And then we'll put the account signature. And the last one as well. Final $5,000 profits if in 60 days. So this is our final last one before basically we say, goodbye if it doesn't work here. To make sure that's step 1, step 2, step 3, and then step 4. We'll go ahead and pop this here. So this is pretty good actually for email copy. I think it's a bit forward from what I'd normally use, but you kind of get the gist here of what we're trying to achieve here. Basically, it's writing copy for whatever you're trying to sell. And we want to try to sell this first, right? So I'm going to go ahead and send off a bunch of these emails and see what types of responses we get. So I'll go ahead and do that. And I actually did this yesterday as well with one of my other campaigns. And so hopefully we have some responses already. And there we go. So we can save all these. So we've got our idea done, got our leads done, we've got our system, instantly AI done, got our campaign, which is now set up. Now we've got our copywriting, which is done by an LLM, just by asking the right questions. And now we need to send it off, right? So we sent that off yesterday. We'll see what we get here. So I've done some of this yesterday, just to kind of see what type of responses we can get for this video. Some of the emails were already warmed up, and so far, actually, we've got a couple of responses. So you can see here, like we sent 250 emails. We got maybe 8 responses, which is great. Out of those 8 responses, maybe 3 of them were basically telling us to fuck off. And then the rest were either neutral responses or some of these ones, right, which were positive. So in this case, this person said, yes, please. So now we have a way to put a variable in with their phone number saying we can send over the demo. We can ask him for a call directly, this person as well. She said, yeah, okay. Saheth said, yeah, please send over. So these are random strangers that we found using 6 Degree. And we've used instantly to reach out to them. And they're saying, yeah, so yeah, I would like to review for sure. Fantastic, right? Then we got some negative ones as well, saying no thanks, like I don't want it. Got some other ones that said, I've removed you from now. Yeah, so in this case, I removed you from the outreach list. This one said no thanks, right? We've got a lot of no's, and we've got a couple of yeses. But in our case, if you want to get business in any way, shape, or form, you're always going to face rejection in one way or another. So it's better to keep outreaching. And at the end of the day, it's a game of numbers. So these guys here now, I can reach out to them directly because I have their email. So what I can do is I can grab their email and I can search their email in my list here just by pressing Control F and pasting the email here, and I can find that person in the database, or I can just search for the person in 6 Degree, right? So I can just put their email here down below, or I can put their name down below, and it'll pop up his information with his phone number, his email, etc. But I can just give him a call directly. So I can use this myself. My guys can use this myself. It's a bit bright, so I'm going to turn it to night mode here. And yeah. So hopefully this video has had a little bit of value in terms of how to actually reach out to a specific person, how to get everything set up effectively, how to find a niche, right? To find leads, reach out to those leads, and then actually close those leads. Because right now we've had all of this work and we've actually managed to find maybe we sent 250 emails when we got about 4 positive responses. And then we probably booked 2 calls out of those things. So a lot of work, but with those said, if we're doing high ticket items, high ticket sales, we can sell some of these bots we can make the product. There's obviously a demand for this specific product, right? And we can sell these bots for anywhere between $700 a pop, or all the way up to $2,500 a pop, depending on how well you upsell a specific individual over the phone. As well, again, making these types of products is quite easy nowadays, considering there's a lot of tools out there like V0, Lovable, where you can make a lot of examples like this. But the name of the game here is to sell it first, build second. So I've sold it, or at least I think I've sold it, right? Because I've found someone who's interested in buying. And now that I've found someone who's interested in buying, and I know that they're interested in buying, and I've set up call for them, multiple calls, I can start building the product out and then getting them a demo, right? Or just talking with them over the phone and asking them what they want, the product, to build a custom solution for them. And that way you can sell the prices for a higher ticket, right? Anyways, that's pretty much it from me on the whole system here. Hopefully some of it was valuable to you. And I'd love to know what you think in the comments and how I could potentially improve this overall. As it is a tedious process, but once you do it with 250 emails, you can start doing it with 1,000 emails, 10,000 emails, and then eventually you get going where you can easily scale this to hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? So per month. So it depends on just your tenacity on doing this as well. And like, again, as you can just use the community below as well for all the resources. We've got, templates as well for some specific products here. We've got 3,000. We've got calendar automation agents that you can sell as well to clients. But again, all the resources are there for you to use. At the end of the day, it's just what your clients actually want. So you need to find that out first. And that's most likely done by using LLMs as well to find out what people are saying on the internet. Reddit's also a fantastic place to find out issues and problems for you to find something that people actually want. And then from there, you can find a way to sell it to them quickly. Anyways, that's pretty much it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this video was informative for you, and I'll see you in the next one.